In this video, I will solve your doubts about how to play Roblox with a wireless keyboard and mouse on iPad and whether or not it is possible to do this. After you connect a wireless keyboard and mouse to your iPad, you might notice that even though they work and you will get a cursor and the option to use the keyboard to type, if you try to use them inside of Roblox, nothing will happen. This is because the Roblox app on mobile devices, including an iPad, doesn't have support for a keyboard and mouse. So sadly, the answer is that it is not possible natively. There is an alternative that I'm going to show in this video, but I want to make it very clear that this alternative is not very reliable and it takes a lot of time to set up. I wouldn't recommend it, and sadly, this means that there is no option to truly play Roblox on an iPad with a keyboard and mouse. But if you want to try this method, then what you can do is go over to the accessibility tab, and in here you will have the options keyboards and then switch control. These options will allow you to configure the keyboard in such a way that you can sort of use it inside of Roblox. So you will have the full keyboard access option and then switch control like I mentioned. What you will be doing here is creating switches which will refer to specific actions. So enable switch control and go over to switches. As you can see, you will create one switch for every single action. So for example, when you press W, you will walk forward. When you press space, you will jump. S will walk backwards, D will walk to the right, and so on. You can configure these according to the experiences that you want to play, but basically you need to create one for every single key that you are going to be using in the keyboard. So tap add new switch, give it a name, and then press the button. Now, once you tap on any specific switch, you can see name, type, in the actions. Now, go over to recipes. So go back, and you will find recipes. Inside of recipes, you will be assigning the switches that you created to a specific recipe. So go over to create new recipe, and then once you have it created, tap on it. In here, choose assign a switch, and like I explained, you will choose one of the switches that you've created. So let's say, for example, you created a switch to walk backwards by pressing S on your keyboard, and then you select it here. Under the actions, you will select a custom gesture. So basically, every single time that you press the S key on your keyboard, it is going to use this switch, which is going to perform a custom gesture, and the gesture is swiping down on the little joystick where you can move. And you will do the exact same thing with every other switch. So let's say, for example, you were configuring the switch to walk towards the right, so the D switch, you would go over to custom gesture and then swipe to the right instead. So basically, you create one gesture for every single switch, and you will assign all of them to the Roblox recipe. Once this is done, you run the game with this recipe, and then all of the keys that you assigned as switches will work. But like I said before, it is not reliable. You have to keep pressing them over and over, and it takes a long time to set up. The purpose of this video is not to spread misinformation, but to let people be aware about the limitations of using a keyboard and mouse in Roblox. If this video cleared up any questions that you had, please consider subscribing. As you can see, according to our channel metrics, 83% of the people watching our videos are not subscribed. By subscribing, you can help us make higher quality videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.